Hello everybody, this is Elite Units of America, bringing you a Napoleon Total War 3v3 replay. This is actually the first battle I've ever played in Napoleon, and as a noob, I brought England, I brought all rifles, and pretty much all elite infantry and cav, except I brought 2-foot, but I brought a 42nd Black Watch, 4-foot guards, 1, 2, 3 lifeguards, so yeah, pretty much all expensive units. And my ally is playing as Portugal, and another one is playing as Prussia, and we were playing against 2 NGL players. Forgot their names, but one player is Russian, one is France, and one is Sweden. And the main engagement, the most interesting engagement anyway, is mostly between Russia and Portugal. My side, since I'm a noob, doesn't really happen until this guy gets completely engaged. I'm not even going to look at these two for pretty much the entire battle because they just have a little pathetic skirmish, and then at the very end Sweden finally kind of does stuff, and same with Prussia, but up until the end they don't really do anything. On my side I just kind of I do a slow advance, and it's really pathetic movements. I don't have my line stretched out, and it's just really sad. My teammate was actually yelling at me because I wasn't moving up or anything. I'm like lagging behind. If you look at the map, look how bad that is. Just how bad I'm lagging behind. So let's get that out of the screen. So here we're gonna have our first shots fired right about now. Or maybe not. Maybe now? Russia took the first volley, but none of those were his lights. And Russia actually has terrible lights, so it's pretty good that his lights aren't going to be taking all those shots. Both Russia and Portugal put their militia in front of their lines so that the militia take all the shots. That's the Portuguese militia, here's the Russian militia. And it looks like Russia's putting on a lot of fire, but most of his shots are, like, Russia has an accuracy, their lights are an accuracy of 30, so most of those shots are missing, not really doing any damage. Portugal does a charge pretty much right away. It's going to lose that cav though, because Portuguese cav is not good, although their lights are amazing. Their line's decent. This square is just getting shot to pieces right now. Militia's just kind of running around trying to take all the shots of all these units, so that his main line is not being hit. My side, he's telling me to move up because he wants me to help take out these Jaegers at the sides. Russia's doing a retaliation charge because of that. He kind of wants to even up the fight, so he's charging in some Cossack cavalry at Portugal. Portugal does the same thing, retaliates, charges some more cav back at Russia. This happens a lot. They end up just charging cav back and forth right around the same area just because they want to even up the fight. Russia tries to get his cav out of there. He might lose it though. The morale's looking pretty bad. And since they're right at the red line, if it routes, it's not coming back. Oh, he might get to keep it. Yeah, looks like he's going to form square right in front of his cav. Yeah, saves the cav. Portuguese cav's probably going to die if he doesn't pull him out of there. Russia's taking really heavy losses from all these lights though, but these lights aren't really taking any damage because these are just Apelshini that are taking all the fire, and those are just the militia. So Russia's not really feeling any of the pain over here, but over here he's definitely feeling it because of all the squares he's having to form and all the cav. Looks like this unit did get square. This one's too small, now can't form square. Portuguese cav's finally routed, but Russia charged into the Portuguese line and lights. Portugal's going to retaliate, charge in some more cav. Over here, the Russian light, or what do you call it? Militia finally routed. Over here, we're having a bit of skirmish. These French cav charged. I'm going to help out and charge in my cav, but it's going to kill like this entire unit, part of my unit here. So I end up killing way more than I even save. Look at this. This unit from full strength is brought down to 46 and dropping. This unit brought down to 115. We at least route the cav, but I just pretty much obliterated my allies' guys there. Over here, Russia's bringing in some of his depleted units, trying to hold off. He has some more Cossack cavalry coming over, and some Apelshini in reserve. Finally, these Portuguese units are able to fire at the lights, though. Previously, they were just destroying this militia. Over here, Portugal's charging some more cav. This unit can't form square. This unit's down to 47, so now they can't form square. Once you get down to 47, you can't form square. Yeah, so he's just charging around all these units that can't form square. Russia's going to retaliate yet again, send in some more Cossack cav, possibly take out these lights. Yeah, it doesn't look like he got him back. Does this unit get in square? Yes, it does. That light unit took a lot of damage, though. Russia broke off the Portuguese cav. Over here, I'm just about to start getting some shots off on these lights with my rifles. Other than that skirmish, nothing really happened over here. Russia pulled his cav out of there before he lost it. Russia has all of his life, or not all of them, but 2 of his life guards up here, so he's going to be doing a lot more damage to Portugal now. Portugal still has some cav, though. Quite a few line. He's going to push up his lights again. In retaliation, Russia's going to charge up his cav again, try to take out those lights, because Russia has no lights over here, and he can't risk having those lights shoot him, because these are accuracy of 55, so it's pretty good. Form square. Russia's either going to pull out or he's going to lose that cav. He's going to retaliate again, sending his Portuguese cav. Looks too late though, although these units can't form square, so if he charges these guys, he might be able to break these guys. Although Russia's just going to charge more cav, so it's just back and forth cav as usual. My rifles are opening fire on all of these voltigeurs, so they're going to pull back. Russia tried to charge cav, but he pulled back with that. He might charge in either way. Nope, doesn't look like it. He pulls back because of the cav, so I just kind of got some free shots there. Over here we just have a massive cav charging back and forth. This unit did not get in square, and this unit in the back was lights. So but they both got charged by the Russian cav and pretty much dead. And then the Portuguese retaliated, charged the cav back from here, back into this cav. Didn't get a square here, so those units are getting pretty beat up, although he can't form square, so all these units are just pretty much getting beat up by this cav, and he's going to push up his line again. But he doesn't have a lot left here, so he's kind of got to break all these guys with this cav and combination of infantry if he's going to get somewhere, because he kind of outnumbers them right now. But there's still more Cossack cavalry moving in, and Russia's bringing over some Apelshni to help out. On my side, I'm just kind of shooting up all of these Swiss foot. Prussia charged in some cav, but it ran into the stakes, so pretty much lost all that cav. Although, because of my rifles, this guy's taking a lot of losses on these voltigeurs and these Swiss foot as well. Over here, these guys have still not been routed. The Cossack cavalry is still running around, and he still has another one in reserve. And the Apelshni are moving up. So it looks like Portugal's winning, but there's still quite a bit here that could threaten this, because he has the cav behind him. These units, all of them are pretty much small enough that they can't form square, except for this one here. And he's still got more cav and some militia moving in to help break this position. So unless Portugal brings over maybe some of these guys, he's not going to be able to hold that. Here comes some more Cossack cavalry. This one's pulling back. On my side, France has pushed up his lights. He has them all kind of grouped up here, so he's just going to obliterate this position. And because I have all of my line really close to my lights, I'm going to lose a ton more guys. All the old guard moving up. I'm just going to ignore that. Nothing happens over there. So Prussia's facing some pretty big problems here. He's losing a lot of his lights now. And he's not really making any success over here. He's losing a ton of guys. Lots of his lights are routing at this point. But Russia still has all of his lights, and it's all because this, where is the unit? Here, this unit took a lot of the fire. Oh, that's not the unit, the militia unit here. They took a lot of the fire, so he just got free shots on these lights. So he pretty much took the light advantage by using this militia correctly, while Portugal just used his militia on this side, and Russia had no lights here, so it didn't really matter. But Russia's finally broken this Portuguese left flank and is now flanking.
Our men are running.
And I'm a noob. I don't know why, because I have played Empire, so I don't know why I was being a noob at squaring, but I didn't form a single square this battle, so every cav charge France does is gonna get into me and not, I'm not gonna form square, so I'm gonna lose a lot of guys that way. Here I have no lights, so these guys are all just kind of losing dudes for no reason. And look, they're already down to 74 and haven't even got a shot off, and those are foot guards, so that's kind of a waste of a unit. comes a cav charge. I'm not gonna form square, and I'm not beyond my stakes, so it's a waste of men. So lost a ton of guys for that. I have no idea why this unit's in square. There's no cav nearby, so these guys are gonna die. Russia still has 2 cav remaining. Plus his general if he wanted to use that. Look how few losses he took here compared to Portugal. Although here it looks like they both came out pretty evenly. On my side, all this cav, and I'm gonna countercharge with my cav into this French cav, so that's gonna cost me a lot more men. Which is my cav charge in the back of my men is gonna kill a lot more of my men than I'm gonna kill them. Here comes another French cav charge. I'm not gonna form square, although I believe they run into these stakes. Maybe. Yes, a little bit. No, he pulls off. Loses a few, but not enough. Here, these lights are just kind of picking me off. Although, Fresh is getting some free kills on these guys. But these aren't an expensive unit, these are just Fusiliers, so it's not a big deal. Portugal's just kind of breaking. Doesn't have a lot left. No lights, so these lights are just kind of picking him off. So Russia doesn't have to hurry up at all. Like, you can just sit here and shoot them. These cav still... Actually, this is the other cav charge. So these cav... That or just recav charge, I'm not sure. But they're just killing off all my dudes. Here comes another cav charge. Oh no, this is my cav. I'm charging these lights, and luckily he has no line behind you, so this should be pretty good for me. I should get a lot of kills from this. He's gonna retaliate with some shots as a Cheval. Might be able to take him out. Yeah, wow, that just killed so many of my dudes. He might, yeah, he just took those out. Those are done. Here, I ended up just abandoning my teammate. I didn't care about my teammates back when I was a noob, so I just leave him. And I'm okay with shooting him in the back too. I don't care about that either. I mean, I didn't. I do now, but back then I don't care about shooting my teammates. Here, I'm trying to push up my foot guards to get some shots off. They might still be out of range. If fire wills off, I'm not sure. I got a good shot on the cab, but I'm not going to form square because I'm a noob. Was, whatever. And these old guard are just going to shred my foot. My 42nd Black Watch gets some good kills though, but another cab charge is going to pretty much take them out. I'm not going to form square. Here, Portugal's just trying to do what he can. He's charging his general, just trying to hold off as long as he can, but there's no point because I can't even hold off this French guy because I'm so terrible at the game. Here, these foot guards are getting routed by some cav and taking a ton of losses from the Chasseurs de Cheval to charge the 42nd Black Watch. And I'm getting flanked because Prussia's just running. This was his original line. Look how far he's just ran. Although I'm doing the same thing. Look, look at the distance from myself and Portugal. That was Portugal's general. I believe he just got killed by these swarm of Russian Jaegers. That or these cav. Some Cossack cav. Does he get a square? Nope. Wait, yes. Is that a square? Yeah, that's a square. Here's my terrible positioning. Look at this. All my guys are plopped up. This isn't organized at all. This is not an organized retreat. This is just a mess. And Portugal has 1 unit left, so he's done, basically. And the only reason I've done a lot of damage to France was because of my rifles. Look, that's all my rifles doing. My guys, my infantry weren't really doing anything, because they were too busy getting charged by cav and getting shot by stray bullets. Here, his cav's just running through, killing all my guys that are running. All those cavs are finally gonna rout, so that's good. These guys and their blobs are just gonna get shot up by all 3 of these old guard. Not sure why these guys are facing this way. My teammate didn't care about shooting me in the back either. We both shoot each other in the back a few times in this battle. Here he forgets these cav and infantry here. Somehow. I don't know, he's not microing really. Somehow he forgets them here, and so they're just gonna get shot up and kind of wasted. Here, Russia's moving up. He doesn't really need to be in a rush though. I mean, France is having, like, pretty much the best time of his life taking out me. Here, Sweden's kind of sneaking around some mounted Jaegers. My foot's just getting shredded by all these old guard. Prussia's finally moving up to help me, but it's a little late. My guys are, let's see, yeah, almost 5 ranks thick. So they're just gonna get obliterated, but looks like I'm finally spreading him out. Here, he's gonna shoot, Prussia's gonna shoot me in the back. Although I probably shouldn't have moved up, since he does have the range, he could have just picked these guys off. But I'm just gonna try to kill these old guard. Although back then I didn't know old guard were so good, so I'm putting up like depleted units against these fresh old guard. Here, these forgotten musketeers are getting obliterated and about to get completely outflanked by the Russians. These 2 rifles I'm just kind of using to try and get some shots off, try to see if I can kill as many as I can before they get here. I get a good cav charge here on these lights, because again he has no line supporting. And I'm just going to follow up with that charge, because all these units can't form square, and these are pretty good cavs, so they're going to do a lot of damage. This entire French force is going to get pretty beat up. But I'm still breaking pretty much everywhere. So Prussia needs to get some guys here, or this is going to be a giant gap in our lines. I'm trying to outflank though, because these guys are in square. Here I'm just routing as much of the French as I can. I'm going to charge these guys in the back so they don't get to my rifles, because I have nothing to support these guys. All my line are over here. I'm going to run these guys back, but keep charging the cav in the back so these guys... Right here is my best holding area in the battle, I think. I didn't hold this very well, but here I actually did pretty good because of the cav and the rifles. I just end up killing quite a bit here, and my general does a bit too. Over here, these line are just trying to put up as much of a fight as possible, but against 3 old guard and a light, you're not going to be able to really do anything.
Our men are running, sir.
And I still have more guys coming, but look, the Russians still have cav. Over here, my cav is still alive, still charging a bit, and my rifles are still shooting up these Russians. So I'm actually making some headway here. Not some headway, I'm just holding, but I'm taking out everything they're throwing at me. All of my my line here have officially been taken out, and you can see I really didn't do much to them. Well, this is all pretty much Prussian cav. Actually, that's French cav. Oh yeah, that's when they charged my 42nd. So there's barely any losses here, and you can see I just lost entire lines of guys. But the old guard aren't really focused on me now, because all I have is these 2 rifles and my general, so they're mostly focused on the Prussian now, but he's kind of surrounded. These guys are going to get surrounded and have a square. So here my 2 rifles are just kind of holding off against these Jaegers. I'm going to charge in my general, try to hold them off. So I can try to save as many guys as I can. This unit gets caught. But honestly, I'm just trying to get as many kills as I can for the final stats, I guess. So you can see we basically have like no line at all at this point. Prussia has like remnants of his cav fighting over here and a unit in square, but he can't. If he takes out a square, these guys are going to charge. But if he leaves it there, they're just going to get shot since these are rifle cav. Over here, these guys should be doing something. They should be engaging because we already have a gap, and you can see Sweden's still not moving. So one of my rifles pulled back, is still getting some shots. My general's running around getting his kills, but he's just been annihilated by all of this fire from the Russians and French. But you can see this is where I had like the most success. I just kind of killed a lot of their guys as they kind of just funneled in this area here, but we really don't have anything to hold. We have Prussia has 2 of his Silesians trying to hold off some of these Russians. But if Russia loses this Appellation, it really doesn't matter because they're militia. This is my last unit, just kind of getting some final kills, I guess. 2 old guard charge these foot guards and Silesians. They're gonna Prussia's gonna lose that because nothing really beats the old guard in a melee, except the Czech regiment are pretty even with that. This unit's in square, although it doesn't need to be right now. I probably could have turned him around and got some shots. And so these guys are just gonna sit here and get shot. But these cav are actually gonna take out these lights real quick, as well as the Russians move up to take them out. last unit has finally been routed, and now it's just clean up time for the enemy. But you can see Sweden really didn't move, like, at all. And France, I actually ended up, well, with the help of Prussia, I ended up taking out quite a bit of France, which I was kind of surprised by. Although I really blame most of that for my cav and my rifles. My line did terrible. So here it's just GG. He's just gonna sit here in the back with the cav and shoot up everything. And that's game. We've lost. And he's just gonna charge in, kill all these routing units. So there's my score: 878 kills, 1,000 losses, and wow, 47 Black Watch did terrible. My foot guards pretty good with 128 kills. Should have done better though, because they are foot guards. Rifles did really good, both with about 100 kills. Although, honestly, the cav did pretty good too. Although they could have gotten more. Honestly, I could have gotten more with all of this, but this is a small army. I spent most of the money on expensive units. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this replay, my first battle, and I'll probably be recording some more replays, so thanks for watching.